Good evening, boys and girls. Well, I guess it's actually morning right now, both in the game and in the real world, but by the time this finally goes up, I imagine it'll be mid-evening. Welcome back to another episode of The Grey. I know, how tiring. And today we are going to do a project. I've decided that today we are going to do another completionist project, installing the automator and the enclosure at the wheat farm. And if we have time, we'll do our spirit of invention as well. Nobody voted at the end of the last video. Nobody voted on which field to do, which doesn't really surprise me. I'm sure that, you know, by my third video, my fan base isn't exactly huge. So I basically just chose at random. I chose the two things that I'm pretty sure I have all the materials I need for. So I haven't actually given anyone a tour of the inside yet, but this is the wheat farm. And right when you come in, there's this little automator, or not automator, there's these two pressure plates that keep this water flowing the way it flows. And my thought was to hook up those pressure plates such that, not that I really need any more wheat, such that these floodgates open, water pours out, and the field gets levied. My problem with that is twofold. See, the first thing that's going to happen is every time you pass here, which is the only way you're going to trigger it. Even if you only trigger it a little bit, you're going to wipe out everything. At least until the water realizes it's not supposed to flow anymore. The second problem is, when the water is flowing, when you're standing right here and the water's flowing, it cancels this trough. So rather than funneling all the items right here, you just get a line of wheat. So this is actually a project in two parts. The first step, well, actually the real first step is going to be to re-equip. The first step in this particular project is going to actually be redesigning the front end, which is probably going to include redoing this glass roof, which I hate digging glass out, but I'm gonna have to. But I'm going to redesign the front end of this room here in a way that I hope will make it possible both to get out without hitting the pressure plates and to collect from the funnel without a shut off. So let's go get equipped here. Let's see what we need. And I do apologize if my voice sounds gravelly or something. I've just started to get over a bit of a sore throat. That goes in the donation box. Hello. Yes. So part of my problem with this project is that I'm not really set up for projects yet, but hopefully we have what we need. Probably gonna need this bucket, imagine. We're gonna need more stone brick, which I do not believe. No, I have not stockpiled any stone brick, so we're gonna get that cooking. I'm a little disappointed to find that that's empty. Okay, so actually in that case, let's get the wiring harness in. More than enough. That's a little trick I picked up. I'm not quite sure where, but it works pretty good. Let's use shift-click things directly in inventory. Oh, I do have some stone brick. Oh, let's just use that. Now, Dracket revealed to me in person that he already knows where the secret storage is, so I'm probably going to move that. That might be an interesting off-camera project. Oh, and the other thing too, I never designed this with an underground wiring harness in mind, so it's entirely possible, and in fact, perfectly probable, that we're gonna flood ourselves out, at least initially. I don't want to engage in too much earth moving if I can help it. If I can get away with just digging a wiring trench, that would be perfect. But yeah, what I do want to do, instead of doing viewer participation... Oh dear. Oh! Let's light this up, because this is part of the reason why the slime farm doesn't work at all. One thing I wanted to do for viewer participation is maybe have a suggested task, expand the task wall slightly into a suggested task. I don't really know. I know we are going to do a task, or not a task, a magic number generator, random number generator. But I don't really know whether doing it that way makes it more or less complicated. With the extra number. Somehow I have a feeling it'll make it more complicated. I have this sort of intuitive, it's gonna be a pain if it's not an odd number thought. Because binary. Binary has no concept of zero if you don't use... well, actually, I guess what I should say, 0 in binary is odd. Or at least is intuitively odd. Can't put that torch there. This is fortunately mostly sand, and I am going to need some repeaters, so it's a good thing we're cooking off that smooth stone. Because this is definitely further. Okay. So I have to... okay, so for the purposes of this experiment, we are actually going to break the system, which is fine. So like water is a finite block. Oh, but it doesn't matter because we have to do this first. Okay, fair enough. Oh, I don't have to take any of the glass out, that's right. So, I'm not sure how much further back we have to take this. I just know it has to go back. It's nighttime already. Oh, jeez. I don't need these mushrooms. Where'd that piece of... Alright, so we're gonna sleep real quick. Fortunately, I happened to come on when nobody else was for once, so at least I could sleep when it's nighttime. I don't know when this sequential craft video will come out. I imagine it's probably going to get compiled before this one. This is all I really had planned for this morning. I have to do some real world work too. um, yeah. But I imagine that this will come out before Sequential Craft does. Oh, that was unnecessary. If I could do this without redesigning the roads, that would be great. Matter of fact, that is what I'll do, is I'll do this without redesigning the roads. So this is going to be a confined space build. I do a lot of confined space builds, so it's not that much of a problem. You'll also notice I've made this building rather squat. I prefer 3 high. Just the way I am, I guess. Nobody saw me dig with a pick. What? No. But anyway, like I said, I don't know when Sequential Craft will come out. I'm aiming for before this video goes live. Probably immediately before. I also don't know when the next episode will be. Greymane is still having trouble with something to do with his recording system. Something to do with his recording system is bothering him. And he's having all his reds show up as blues when he rendered. It's very unusual. Oh, it's not very unusual. It's unusual enough to merit being called unusual. If I raise this glass ceiling, it won't seem so bad. Then what will I do on the sides? Never mind. Oh, that. Okay, fine. So we're gonna raise the glass as well. Awesome. Lay new floor. I really like stone brick. I don't know why. I just do. Okay. I'm pretty sure if I were to replace those with stairs, that would work. So we're gonna fix that as soon as we can. Okay, so we need some other stuff. I still haven't gotten those knocked down yet. Too much of a pain. I am gonna get them knocked out eventually though, because this is in the way. Class. I need class. This will probably not be enough glass, so I will throw this sand in here as well. Yes, I know that's not the right number to forge, but you know what? I've got coal for days. Oh yeah, there must be a reason why I decided not to do that in the first place. Because it's gonna look stupid with that thing. Okay, yeah, that's a good reason. gonna need more glass. But that's obviously not ready yet, so while we're doing that, I'm gonna figure out what I want to do with the water. Figured out what I'm gonna do now. Get a lot of that now. Feels like. I guess it works out perfectly evenly. I do apologize, it was probably disgusting. So it turns out this redesign is actually the simplest thing ever, because it's just going to be moving the trigger. Because now that I've raised the roof, you can just step over that. You can just step over that. Except I do want to perfect. So now we can run our wiring. This will most certainly need repeaters. Now that I think about it. Oh, no, obviously can't be there. Shouldn't need more than 2 though, I wouldn't think. That right there was the sound of a dumbass mistake. So I should be done with the wiring now. I can take my key back. Oh. That I really need to worry about either of these things despawning. Okay, I'm about to get roped into a stupid argument offline here, but I'm gonna try real quick to finish this project first. So this actually should be done now. Once I've done this. Let me throw our bucket down, and oh no, it's nighttime again. Okay, I will sleep and then we will trigger it. Oh, we're not done. I have to place the glass. Duh. Oh, I could do that from. Should be more than enough. Yeah, so people are complaining, or I've heard complaints offline about how badly overstocked my inventory always is, and you know what? It is. It drives me as crazy as it seems to drive people who are watching. But frankly, I don't know why. I just never really feel the need to fix it. So let's see if this works. Oh, we still need the repeaters. So actually, I guess I'll bring this argument in into the camera, since it seems to be consuming my attention more than the actual game I'm playing. Basically, Japan is instating new anti-piracy laws that are going to make it much more expensive to be caught with pirated content, which I think is fine. I have absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. And no, I'm not being sarcastic. I really do have absolutely no problem with that. Thing is, I engage in the production of content I consider to be copyrighted. These videos, obviously, totally content free, whatever. Well, yeah, they are totally content free, but that's not what I meant. I meant I don't care if people use clips or whatever. But one of my big hobbies that unfortunately I don't really get that much time to put into now that I'm working 2 jobs, and that I have, frankly, other stuff to do. One of those projects is that I'm a writer of a sort. Yeah, let's double count this just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, let's call it 13, 14, 15, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But yeah, basically, Japan's got this new copyrighted content thing going. Massive fines. 2 of mutual friends of the friend of mine who's trying to rope me into the argument, teed up to defend pirates. You know what? Frankly, like I realize some people think of piracy as not being too huge of a deal. Oh wow, that's majestic to watch. Look at that. Oh god, I'm so glad I finally got this done. But yeah, 2 of my friends who are pro piracy teed up to I guess protest the new law. Not that it affects them in any way. I mean, oh, it does take quite a while for water to recede too. But yeah, that's my beef, as it were, with them. They're causing Catherine some grief, and it's a no-go around here. This is gonna take forever too. But anyway, yeah, the project's finished. I'm gonna replant this real quick, which is not nearly as exciting to watch as it sounds, and we'll be back. That sign needs to come down. Awesome. So, yeah, we'll be back with it. Okay, so that's replanted. I do want to move that switch, though. That way there, when you accidentally fall into the funnel, you're not going to get pushed back on the switch and wipe everything out. So, there's no real point in harvesting that, so I'm going to let it all despawn, but it is time to take that task off the wall and make a new task. And also to do something I've wanted to do for a while, which is just throw stuff down there. I don't know why, but that's amusing to me. This is probably a short episode. I have no idea how long I've spent recording it, but reasonably short. We're not going to get to the random number generator today, but I promise that will be the very next project we do. And I just want to get this ready to go. So, what should the next completionist project be? You know what? YouTube. You decide. Excellent. Ciao, ciao.